Let's talk about Chromacopia. Chromacopia. So I listened to the Tyler Creator album. I think I heard it, I'd say 4 times. And I want to get him on stage. Says he loves. Hey.
No, seriously, like, I'm obsessed. I don't know why either, but being out here, just eating and being around just niggas all the time.
Hell no, yo. That's what you're getting in Atlanta.
Not even that. So my grandma, my family from like Mississippi and Georgia, coming out here and just going to Whole Foods and seeing just old black man walking around and shit.
I didn't know he was in Atlanta though.
I genuinely love it. Like I'm like a fucking tour just looking. And a lot of this album was really shaped by like a lot of like Southern rap that I was listening to. Like a
Just want to know.
And like, again, I was at the age where like Atlanta had a crazy boom, 05, 06, 07. The low end, they was making music just for trunks and shit, right? But something that I really ended up loving was like all the Southern college bands. The brass sections.
I was in band, by the way. Losing all street credibility this stream, but I was in band, by the way. I played trombone, I played baritone. And then there's definitely a lot of especially the Sticky song, I will say. That's when the band aspect really comes into play on this Chromacopia album. It was some other stuff. He like he gave a speech while he was in, I know this is while he was in Atlanta, but he gave a, I guess that was the day. Damn. See, look, y'all, I ain't made it yet. I should have got invited. I didn't get invited, I suck. Anyways. No, but yeah, but the first listening party I know for sure was in LA. Because Kim Kardashian was there. So I know for sure that one was in LA. I'm looking for it. I can't find it. Because he had a speech up there too. LA. Let's see. Yeah. Because it's going to give context to my review. So let's listen to it.
Thank you so much for coming out. I'm born and raised in LA. Inglewood, Hawthorne to be exact. This album originally started growing up in these areas. I was like, oh shit, no one knows anything about me from before like 17. Folks like, oh, he's from the suburbs. Like, no, nigga, I was down the street here. Like, I don't mirror what they expect, so. But the album kind of just turned into me taking a bunch of shit my mom told me as a kid. Now that I'm 33, all of that stuff is like, oh, that's what the fuck she was talking about. Oh, I'm not the guy that I was at 20. Like, oh shit, people are getting older, folks having kids and families, and all I got is a new Ferrari, and it does feel kind of weird. I got a gray hair on my chest. Life is life, and I don't know, I just wanted to kind of just write about stuff that I think about when I'm dolo, and I'm happy that y'all got to experience it in my hometown, so thank y'all. It comes out tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. for us. The niggas on the East get it at 6, but don't lose y'all sleep, try to stay up, nigga, go to sleep. I'm excited for y'all to hear the album the second time, not the first time y'all hear it, because that's like the first time you just react to it. That second time when it hits you, you know if you fucking think it's the worst thing ever or if you really fuck with it. And I'm excited to see your response. So thank y'all so much, and y'all get home safe.
Shout out Tyler the Creator. Clearly he did a surprise thing in Atlanta too. That was pretty cool. So here's my thoughts on Chromakopia, right? Here's how I feel about it. I think it's a really good album. I think it's a really good fucking album. Now, I took notes while I was listening to it because I'm like, if I'm going to talk about it on the stream, I want to at least make sure my opinion is, as objective as it can be, because I do want to separate the fact of what I like to hear from Tyler, the Creator, at least, from what he's going to present to us. And honestly, if I'm being objective, this album's definitely a 4 out of 5, for sure. For sure. Now, if I'm taking it in personal taste, I give it a 3.7 out of 5. I think it's still a really good album. It does have some missteps, though. It does. Because in that whole soliloquy he just gave, especially in LA, when you hear this album, I'm thinking, okay, I need to hear LA sounds. I need to hear Cali sounds. And there's no Cali sounds there. There's no LA sounds there. So for him to say that he made this while thinking about him growing up in California, Inglewood, I don't really hear that. Now, I could just be hearing West Coast music and thinking, well, that's what it should sound like. And I'm never saying that. But when I think about it, I'm like, damn, if Tyler, the Creator, really put his mind to it and made a West Coast type beat, that shit would be awesome. That shit would be hard because all the production on here is fucking amazing. Number one, for sure. And he arranged, produced, wrote all of his shit. So I always give a nigga 3 for just trying. Just putting in the effort. And that type of effort deserves a 3. So now it's just like, okay, what I like. And as far as I can tell, I like Sticky. I like I Hope You Find Yourself, or not the last track, or Take Your Mask Off. I like that one. I like Thought or Tonight. I think I spelled that shit wrong, and I was Rain. I was Rain. Tomorrow is a really good song. What is Thought? Did I think this album was going to be good or something, Mike? What are we doing? Oh, Thought I Was Dead. Oh, yeah, I like that song. Thought I Was Dead. I really like that song. Balloon is really good. I love the Doechii feature. That was awesome. I love the Glorilla feature, and I was debating in my head who had the best feature, Glorilla or Doechii, and I would have to go Doechii because her verse is longer. But I feel like if Glorilla had a longer verse, she would have snapped as well and probably took the edge for me. But yeah, Doechii definitely had the better verse, and I like her verse. I like both of their verses. I like Sexy Red's verse too, even though it's as simplistic as Sexy Red can be, but it's a good verse on that track. And Wayne fucking killed it for the 16 bars that he had. Like, I fuck with Tyler, Creator, for finding a way to, in a sense, no pun intended, stick all of them artists onto a song like Sticky. So I fuck with it. But at the same time, the beat was so crazy and it was so hard. You could have made the song 7 minutes and just let them all snap, in my opinion. Anyways. Noid is a really good song. I think that's fire. Saint Chroma's a really fire song as well. And then outside of that, that's when we start to go into the average, good, sounds like a Tyler Creator song type tracks that I don't really fuck with, but I'm sure the Tyler Creator fans are fucking with. And that's songs like Hey June. In that song, he said, the way it was sounding, the way he was, or Hey Jane, the way the song was progressing, it sounded like Tyler was telling us he had a kid, but whoever this Jane chick is aborted it. So that's sad to hear. Judge Judy is a fun song to listen to, but it's not really that good, in my opinion. But when you read the lyrics, you're like, oh, this is what he was going for. And I'm not mad at it, but it's just not a good listen, It has to be appeasing to the ears at the end of the day. And Bino had ad libs. All the features were great. Daniel Caesar did great. Bino had ad libs on here. I think Baby Keem had like one ad lib on here. Whatever that was, it was cool, I guess. But yeah, outside of that, the other features, Tizo Touchdown, I really don't understand or get. Like, that is an artist that I just have a big question mark on, because all these other big creators, big artists like Tyler Creator and Drake are working with a nigga like Tizo Touchdown, and hell, Kendrick's name dropping him in the biggest rap song of the year. But who cares? I've listened to his music. It's not that good. Like, why do y'all like him so much? You just get confused. Maybe it's the new young thing. Maybe all the young kids like Tizo Touchdown, and I don't know. I don't know. But like, it's nothing memorable for me there. But he was on the album, and I guess he did fine. I think he was on the Darling Eye track. He did fine. Yeah, he did okay. But yeah, and then I hope you find yourself. See, Take Your Mask Off, and I hope you find yourself. I feel like are two a song in itself, but he split them up, and he made I Hope You Find Yourself the outro. And in my opinion, I think Take Your Mask Off is the better. It should have been the outro, because Igor. If I think about Igor, which still Igor is my favorite Tyler the Creator album. If I think about that, it's like, okay, that had Running Out of Time, Earthquake. Like, when he hit it out the park, it was a banger. And then on top of that, the album was cohesive. So all the tracks outside of the bangers just fit. So it's like, okay, he found a way to do that. And then the outro there, Are We Still Friends? I still listen to that song to this day. I'm a lonely soul. And I had friends. I had friends at a point. I still got some bros now that I see every weekend. Shout out to them. Dion, D, Charlie. I see them every weekend. Shout out to them. But, outside of that, Lonely Soul is friends that I had back in the day that I never thought wouldn't be my friend anymore. So it's just like, Are We Still Friends is a potent track to me, and that's a classic. It lives on forever. But, yeah, it's just the outro here wasn't on that same level for me, and I guess that's because, that's just where my mind is. It's where my brain is. So that's where that's how I feel about it. So, but other than that, like I said, Take Your Mask Off is a really good song. And outside of that, I went through most of the tracks, and look, that's my review. I think this is a really good album. I feel like Tyler the Creator, what he did here was, yeah, he was inspired by his roots and him growing up. But outside of that, that felt like the foundation for this album. The album in itself is him telling us where he's at the moment. I feel like he's a bi man now. I wouldn't necessarily call him gay. I think he's bi, because in the album talking about fucking bitches getting them pregnant. Like, that's a consistent theme. That ain't just something that stopped at a certain point. No, that is a consistent theme throughout the fucking album. Him fucking bitches and getting them pregnant, or fucking this one bitch and getting her pregnant and going through that phase with her. So, and having kids and being a father. Like, clearly this shit is on his mind, and clearly he wants to have those things, but he's like, well, I traded that in for Brian the Ferrari. So it's like, should I settle? I fuck with it. I think that's in the track Tomorrow. Really good track. I like that track too. But outside of that, yeah, that's just it's an album where he expresses growing pains, and I'm not mad at it. I fuck with it. Tyler Creator is an amazing rapper, producer, and arranger and writer. Like, he's really good. So I think this was a brilliant piece of work. Subjectively, it's some songs on here that I'm definitely going back to, but objectively, I have to call it what it is. And I feel like the tracks that I like, mainstream people won't like. So yeah, 3.7 out of 5 for me. I wouldn't say it's perfect. It's not perfect. It's definitely some missteps, especially for me too. But it is still a really good album. And outside of that, Igor is still his best album. Like, that's the best piece of work Tyler Creator ever made, was Igor. But yeah, that's my Tyler Creator review. Let me know what y'all think. Chromakopia. I would suggest to listen. I think if you fuck with Tyler Creator, if you fuck with his passion for music and rap and blending styles, then you'll definitely love it for sure.